Let's discuss question 6.4. So to find the equation of the line gx in the form of gx equals mx plus c using point A, which is -2 and 4, and D, which is 0 and 5, because that is the next point where the line intersects. So now we're calculating slope, and when we're calculating slope, it is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then we substitute the values. 5 minus 4 over 0 minus -2. 5 minus 4 gives us 1. The negative multiplied by a negative gives us a positive. So our slope is half. Let's move on to the next board. So next we use this slope point from the equation of a line to find the y-intercept at C. So we can use the point A or D. I use point D. So gx is equal to mx plus c. Then I started substituting 5 minus, because that m is the slope. So 5 is equal to half multiplied by 0 plus c. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So c is equal to 5. I just wrote 5 is equal to c. Or the correct way is c equals to 5. That's how you would write the answer. We're continuing to 6.5. We were asked to find the average gradient. So the average gradient, we're going to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the points A we have, and then D we have. Then again we substitute, so the average gradient is half. If you follow the previous step that I used for finding slope, this is how you would get the average gradient using the same formula. Then we needed to determine the equation of hx by reflecting fx about the x-axis and then translating it 3 units to the right. So when we are translating it 3 units to the right, this is now what we have. Negative fx is equal to x squared plus x minus 6. So from the original equation, which was fx is equal to negative x squared minus x plus 6, because we are translating it 3 units to the right, the signs have changed for that. So now hx is equal to x minus 3 squared plus x minus 3 minus 6, because we substituted in the values. So when we solve x minus 3, it becomes x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus x minus 3 minus 6. Right. So I just took these out of parentheses, both of these. So x squared minus 6x plus x minus 3 minus 6. When you solve that, hx is going to be equal to x squared minus 5x. Just for the purposes, let's leave it there. I want to explain 6.6 in its entirety.